Hey everyone, it's Adrian. If you're new, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. It's great to see you again. Today I'm going to talk about the benefits of drinking bicarb of soda in water every day, which is what this white stuff is. So, without further ado, let's roll the intro, and I'll be straight back to talk to you about this amazing stuff. As with all the other videos, the mind map I'm using, well, I'm not even going to show you because it's huge. I'll list that down below so you can download that if you want to have a look. So bicarb of soda is white powder. I'm going to have to come up with the lens, I think. There we go. It's white powder, and it's really interesting stuff. Actually, we came across it when I was doing the research because of my partner having cancer. If you remember, my mother died 16 years ago now of brain cancer, and I started to do tons and tons of research, which is where a lot of this stuff came from. And the bicarb of soda came out later on when we were doing research for my partner when she had breast cancer. Now, bicarb of soda it's basically a white powder. It's been used for health purposes and as a medicine for thousands and thousands of years, and yet you never really hear about it anymore. And it's really interesting. So I stuck with it. What we started to do was I take about half a teaspoon, so a bit less than that, in a glass of water. Actually, I have a mug of warm water to start with, and then I have a mug of boiled water with another half teaspoon in it, so I have like a teaspoon a day. The reason I've stuck with it is because I just feel amazing energy-wise. I'm going to come on to that. So as we get through the stuff, I'll talk more about the specific things that help me with. So the very first thing is, you want to get bicarb of soda. This is one I got from Tesco. Do not get baking powder. Baking powder is bad. Bicarb of soda is good. So get sodium bicarbonate, bicarb of soda. It's cheap. I think we pay like £1 or something for a tub. Always, always, always take it on an empty stomach, unless you have heartburn. I want to get rid of the heartburn. We'll come on to that because it will interfere with the acidity in your stomach. But so you have it on an empty stomach. I always have it first thing in the morning. It's the very first thing I do. Get up, go and get the 2 mugfuls of this. I think your body produces bicarb of soda too, which is interesting. It's also used as a natural soap, and it's amazing for cleaning. If you want to clean your oven or actually clean brake dust off the wheels on your car, bicarb of soda is really good, made into like a solution. It also helps cakes rise, so it's quite versatile stuff. So I think it's an absolute vital key for health for several reasons. Number one is it raises your pH. Getting your pH back up into the alkaline region is so important for you. Now, I think your body uses magnesium and calcium, the buffer chemicals. If you're very acidic, it uses those up, which is why I suspect you have problems with osteoporosis. But again, that's another video. But on this one, if you get your pH up, basically, if you want to stay well, keep your pH up. If you want to be sick, do things that make you more acidic. So stress, sugar, and we'll do a video on sugar because that's awful stuff. Coffee, alcohol, those kind of things, they all start to make you more acidic. So you want to alkalize your system. When you are alkaline, or more alkaline, you really don't get sick. Now, I know people that have been terribly, terribly sick, and I've said to them, just have a teaspoon of that in some water and do that again another couple of hours on an empty stomach, and they're up and about within the day. It's amazing, and they're feeling so much better. Because what you're not doing there is you're not treating the symptom, you're treating the cause. Now, the way I understand it simply is that an alkaline environment is a harsh environment or a hostile environment to things that make you sick, where an acidic environment is a nice environment for them. So if you want to stay well, you want to get your pH up. The other thing that I think it has remarkable properties for, it's a very strong antifungal. Now, I think there's really strong links between cancer being a fungal infection and the antifungals. And there's a whole raft, and we will get into them in another video. But for now, it's the antifungal properties and the pH properties, which are really interesting. So if you have colds and flu and you want to feel better, take the bicarb of soda. Actually, if you don't want to get sick, I'd take bicarb of soda. It's so rare for me to get ill these days. So number one was the colds and flu. Number two, it's a performance enhancement. It's remarkable how much more your endurance goes up. And I suspect that's because it increases your resistance to lactic acid, because it increases your alkalinity. But the other thing is, I've read on a couple of places that if your blood pH increases from 7.36 to 7.45, your blood can carry 70% more oxygen. Now, I know if I'm doing any kind of light endurance stuff, and I don't like to do the endurance stuff, but even like a long walk, if I have a big glass of this or a litre of this with a teaspoon of bicarb in it, just my endurance is through the roof compared to where it normally is. So that's really interesting. If you have heartburn, a teaspoon of this is amazing. Well, not a teaspoon of it. You want to put it in water again, always in water, and drink it down. The heartburn goes away. It's very beneficial for your kidneys and your pancreas. It's also a good cleaner, so I suspect it's doing some kind of work inside your system for that. If you have a urinary tract infection, it's awesome at sorting that out. And it should clear up certainly within the week, but I would suspect a lot quicker than that. And again, I know several people that have had urinary tract infections. Taking this, it sorted it out very quickly for them. It's very good for natural pain relief. It helps with allergies like hay fever. If you're out and about, and I love going out in nature, I'm very fortunate because I very rarely get stung or bitten, although I've had the odd horsefly bite, which are unpleasant. But if you apply this, it soothes the sting or the bite straight away. It's also, and you can apply it as a paste if that happens, mix it with some water, make it as a paste, rub it in. It's also a really good natural deodorant. In fact, the deodorants that we use, I either use the kind of rock thing, I forget his name, potassium chloride I think it is, or one of the roll-ons which has got bicarb in it, and it's extraordinary for that. It's very good as a toothpaste and it helps brighten the teeth, but it is abrasive, so go easy on it. I certainly wouldn't use it any more than once a week. It enhances your body's anti-inflammatory response, and I suspect that may be to do with the pH again, I don't know. And I read recently in the Journal of Immunology, it was a study in 2018, that it's been interesting results in treating rheumatoid arthritis. So that's it really. The health benefits for me have been amazing. I've got more endurance, and I just know I feel better when I take it. I feel so much better. I wouldn't start the day without it. Even when I go traveling, I throw one of those in my bag and it goes with me. So give it a try, 30 days, 60 days, whatever, and see how you get on with it. And in the comments below, let us know. So if you haven't already subscribed and you're enjoying this, please subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it, and the bell icon if you want to be notified of the next videos. And I will see you in the next video.